Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again, and I hope your Ramadan fasts are going amazing. Today we'll be talking about Prophet Harun alayhi salam. Now, Prophet Harun is actually mentioned most of the time with his biological brother, who is who? Pause the video. You're correct, Musa alayhi salam. A lot of narrations mention that he was older than Musa, around like a year older. Now, what was the path of Harun becoming a prophet? How did he become a prophet? When Musa alayhi salam made a powerful dua, which we all know, "Oh my Lord, expand my chest for me and ease my affair for me, and untie the knot on my tongue so that they may understand my speech." But he actually continued after that. A lot of people don't know that he actually did continue after that, and he said, "Oh Allah, give me an aid for my family, someone I can trust. My brother Harun would be great. Strain my back, like kind of like getting back support with the great way Allah trusts him with. Like strain my back. When you put on the weight belt, you pick up a lot of weight, deadlifting, squats. It's like in that area, right? Strengthen my back, right? Make him a partner in this mission of mine, so that we may glorify you abundantly and we may remember you abundantly, and you are watching over us." So he's asking for Harun, something of that sort. And so Musa appeals to Allah to appoint Harun to be a prophet alongside him, making him a partner on this message which he's been sent on. He needed the help. And this is something very important that we have to look into, like asking for help when you need it. We'll get into that in a bit. Now in Surah Qasas, verse 34 to 35, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "And my brother Harun is more eloquent than I." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's reference in the Quran that Musa is saying, "And my brother Harun is more eloquent than I. So send him with me as a helper to support what I say, for I truly fear they may reject me." Allah responded, "We will assist you with your brother and grant you both authority, so they cannot harm you. With our signs, you and those who follow you will certainly prevail." Now, a lesson we could take from this is to acknowledge when you need help. Sometimes you're going to need help. Like, you can't do everything on your own, Sometimes somebody does one thing and they're good at it, or somebody does another thing and they're good at it. I can't be good at everything. And we're talking about Musa alayhi salam. Well, how many things was he good at? Man, that was a man right there, Like, how many things was he, like, he was really good. Like, come on, he's really good. But he needed help. He needed Harun to help him because he was better, more eloquent than I, and so send him with me as a helper to support what I say, for I truly fear that they may reject me. But he thought Harun would be better. So he's still asking for help. And in our lives today, it's okay to ask for it and seek help in times of discomfort, Especially in these times in which we live in, we need it. Now, this takes a lot of maturity. And also, Harun isn't threatened by Musa, and he is older than him. He understands the mission. He's older, he's not threatened. So like an older brother, older sister relationship, he's not threatened. There's no ego in that, Next, I want to talk a little bit about the calf, the golden calf, which a lot of you guys probably heard the story of. Now, when Musa went away for 40 days, Harun was trying to tell them, worship Allah. But there's a man by the name of Samiri. Samiri said that he saw an angel flying away, and in the hoof of the angel, some dust came off, right? And when some of that dust came off, he was excited and said, "This dust from the hoof of this horse," he's probably hallucinating, said, "This is from angel. This is the angel of the horse of Jibril," right? So he told everybody, "Bring all your jewelry and collect it from the people, from Fir'aun. Fir'aun's jewelry is dirty. We got to get rid of it. You can't use it. Let's bring it and let's put it into this fire." So now he's getting all this jewelry and he's putting it into a fire and molding it and building it, and he decides, you know what? Like, let's just make a god. So he throws the little dust into the fire, and then next thing he builds it, makes a hollow calf. And the key point, the calf is hollow, not fully gold, because they didn't have enough of the gold. So when the wind would blow in the calf would make a whistling sound. And they would be like, "No way, this is God. Like, how can gold speak? Like, it's whistling. This has to be God, especially with that dust, Like, how can it speak?" Excuse me. Now, when the calf would make a noise, what is this? Harun told them, "How could you worship this?" They responded, "We will continue worshiping it until Musa comes back. Who are you to tell us?" And when Musa came back, he grabbed Harun and shook him. He grabbed him by his head and his beard, and he shook him. "What's wrong with you? When you saw them going astray, why didn't you follow what I told you and sort it out? Stop them from doing it. Why did you go against my instruction?" Harun responded firmly. He responded, "Don't hold my beard and my head. I had a different fear. My fear was that if I'd been hard on them, I may have split the community in two. And you would have came back and said, 'Ya Harun, why did you split Bani Israel? Why did you split them? You should have waited for me.' And Harun said, 'To me, it was more important to hold them together knowing that you were coming back.'" He had full tawakkul that Musa was coming back, faith that he was coming back. He really knew. And he's like, it's better for me to not have them split and be disjoint. I'd rather have them be together than them splitting them and them not receiving your message. So Harun tolerated one thing in order to achieve another thing. He was wise, you know, he was eloquent, it was eloquent, you know, in his speech. He tolerated one thing, letting them do the shirk, and this is what he thought was best, so that they won't get divided, because he knew Musa was going to come back with the message. And we know so many people, and we still know that they did not believe no matter what. And the Bani Israel always persisted in doing bad things with the Musa, and we know that it's something that he had to deal with for a really long time, and that's just what the Bani Israel were like back then, just completely deaf, dumb, and blind. Everything was covered for them. Now my question to you is, where I want to leave it off with this, we think of Samiri, the guy who made this golden calf, and we think, oh my god, like, how could people have existed like that, no matter what mountains above them, this and that, you know? But we have the Quran with such clear signs, in this world in such clear signs. Everything is so clear. Everything is so clear with all these clear signs. And still, how many Samiris do we have in our world today? We actually have them all around us. Look at the people worshiping cows. Look at the people worshiping elephant heads. Look at the people who think like God came down in human form and died for us. Look at all these people. It's all around us every single day. I want you to ponder on it. Think about it. Samiris are everywhere. Think about if you've ever met a Samiri. I'm sure you have. Just ponder upon that. And I'll see you guys on the next Islamic lecture. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.